I'm at 8786 Woodridge Drive in Florence, Kentucky, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, bellies, which are like low spots, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. The access point is here in the front corner. I am facing the front of the house. You can see here's the clean out in the floor. And so there's the steps coming down. And this is a floor clean out, but I will be able to go both directions. You can see after we get these spider webs cleaned out, I'm going to have to wipe the camera back off. But get the spider webs cleaned off, and we'll be able to go upstream first, which will be back in towards the house. Hopefully we can get the stuff off the front of the camera now. There we go. So we're going to go upstream first, and then we'll turn, come back to the clean out, and come back in. So I'm going to just zero it out. We're just inside, so I'm going to zero out the footage counter there. Back in. Now, based off the age of the house, this should be PVC throughout the inside and also the exterior. So we'll be able to tell. We can keep the lens clean with a little bit of water in here. Having a little bit of stuff on the bottom of the pipe is normal, especially with PVC. I take that back, I must be going downstream. It must have popped the other way, so I guess we're going downstream first. I was wondering why it was going downhill. I guess the camera flipped around on me. But so we'll be able to go downstream first, and then we'll get all the way to the main, and then I will pull back and make sure that we're going upstream. But it is, again, PVC the whole way out, and it looks like we are already out to the main. I am going to try to turn down, see if we get any flow here. And then I am going to pull back right about here, and I'm going to go locate this just to verify that we are at the main. It must be up on this side of the street, up in the yard. In these types of neighborhoods, it's either on one side or the other, and it's up in the front yard. So it's either very close to the main, like this one, or the main will be on the other side of the street, and it'll be 130 feet away. So it's usually better to be closer like this. You have a lot less chance for the line usually has a lot more drop in it, and a lot less chance for any issues. So again, I'm going to pause the video. We're going to verify where the camera is to verify where the sewer main is. Alright, so the sewer main is up in the front yard. The tap runs down underneath the driveway. But the line looks good. I didn't see any structural issues here. So we're going to pull back, and we'll see if we can get this to go upstream this time. If not, there is still a stack in the rear that I could possibly enter so that we could do the interior. But all this stuff looks really good. Good structurally. I mean, there's some goo buildup. Probably this will all get all flushed out, because like you can see here, if you look in the bottom left hand corner, the angle of the camera is about 30 degrees. It's a pretty hefty drop, so those since I've scraped the bottom with the camera, I'll probably actually rinse this little bit of stuff here in the bottom. It'll rinse that clean out once we run some water. But all of this looks really good. If there are any defaults on the exterior, that's what we want to see. Okay, now we're going to try to go back upstream again. I think there's just a little bit of a edge right here. It's keeping me from making that jump. Just a little bit, because on the other side it would be dropping downhill, but there's this little lip that is not allowing the camera, because of the angle I'm pushing, to jump it. So sometimes just popping it a few times. There we go. There we go. And we got it, I think. There we go. Now we're going upstream. So we'll be able to push all the way back to that stack. Take a look at all this interior stuff. Again, this will be PVC all the way in. Here is a YN, probably from either the floor drain or the stack coming down from the kitchen. Actually, I think the kitchen is the one on the floor back left, and the upstairs bathroom also. So for reference, that camera lens is only about maybe a ½ an inch off the bottom of the pipe, and so that doesn't take much water to get up on onto that lens, and there has been none, which is a good indication that the line is flowing freely and it's got a good amount of pitch on it, so that there's no water sitting in the line after it runs. And so here we are, vertical in that back stack. You can see there it's saying about a 70 degrees straight up. So if you watch it, it'll drop back flat when we get to the base of that stack, and then we'll pull back. And this all looked wonderful too. And so it's usually only roughly about 10 to 15% of all these lines that don't have any issues. And so this is what you want to see. You didn't see any structural issues. All the joints look nice and tight. Didn't see any. You can see that, when you stop and take a look at those connections, they're all held together and nice and tight. Kind of show you when I come up with one. On straight pipes, it's about every 10 feet on these, but on turns, you'll see, there you go, little connections. And here's a YN from the basement here. And go back and look, because I don't think there's a restroom down here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so that Y is only what's coming over from the floor drain there next to the air handler for the HVAC. And so not much that we haven't seen. Not a whole lot of unexamined pipe under the floor. Sometimes you have multiple branches, but in this case you only have that one coming from the HVAC, and then everything else comes down that rear stack there in the back room, if it's on the rear left of the basement if you were facing the house. But the line looked really good. Didn't have any defects. So the line looked nice and tight. It's a short distance Luckily, it's only about 35 to 40 feet out to the main, and that all looks good. You have less of a chance for any kind of issues, and you have a lot of drop, a lot of fall in the line, which helps everything escape. Never no toilet paper or anything left in there, so everything's escaping great. The line is fully functional, open and flowing. So that'll end the inspection for 8786 Woodridge Drive in Florence, Kentucky.